Hey everybody, and welcome to the very, very important webinar called Crush September. Be prepared now, or your business could be history. Today I have joining me in my CAT team, Darren, our accountant from Trew from Business Now, Martin Caddock, our working capital specialist from Finance for Business, and our CAT banker, Peter Burton-Wilkinson from Westpac. And I'm Marg Lange, the founder of Marg Lange Change Agency, a business launch specialist, a connector and a targeted lead generator. We do a lot of business with businesses right now affected with COVID, and that's why we're doing this important webinar. So I'm so glad that you're joining us today, and I hope that you get a lot out of it. First question we're going to be posing is to you, Darren. Have you got clients, or how have your clients coped with the initial onslaught of COVID-19?
Yes, well, there's been a lot of government assistance out there, and in particular grants, the JobKeeper, the cash flow boost. So just to give an example, for a mum and dad type business, they can get $19,000 each on JobKeeper. They can get there's a $10,000 government grant for Vic government. There's also the cash flow boost, which is a minimum of $20,000, and they can also access super, so $10,000 in the 2020 year and another $10,000 each in the 2021 year. So if you add all that up, that's over $100,000 of government assistance available to like just a mum and dad small business. So on top of that, I guess clients have been talking to the ATO, getting payment plans organised to reduce their payments. They've been negotiating with the landlord on the rent, and also with the bank with their bank loans. They've been probably just adapting to the situation, and also just being innovative where they can, and also talking to their staff, being open and honest about their situation and the fact that they're on JobKeeper for a reason, and they want to keep them employed, so that when we get through this turmoil, pandemic, they'll be back on board. So that's how they've been coping, Marg.
Just on another note, following on from that, Darren, can they still apply for it now?
Yes, I've got one I did yesterday, and he's just realised that he's eligible for the JobKeeper, so he won't get JobKeeper for the full 6 months, but he'll get it for 3 months. Yeah. Fantastic.
And then on the flip side of that, have you had any clients that went to the wall?
Well, yes, it has been touch and go, I think, for a lot of businesses. I haven't been in this situation before. And I had a client early on, sort of March, April, and he was pretty much saying, we just need to do a budget, week by week budget, to make sure that I've got enough money coming in and covering the bills. So it was a really interesting exercise. He had 20 odd staff. He was pretty concerned about how to keep everyone on. We worked through his situation, and he's actually since then been able to sell his freehold, which has given him the cash he's going to need to get through. There's also some clients have been doing a thing called a DOCA, which is a deed of company arrangement, different to liquidation, but allows a business to, again, enter into an agreement with your creditors for the business to cease in its current capacity, and then for an offer to be made to the creditors to buy a business back, and then continue to trade. So it's a much better option than just a straight liquidation where it would just terminate and that'd be it. I have unfortunately had some businesses which are closing and have told me that they're not going to be in a position to reopen. So they're the ones I feel sorry for, them and their staff and their customers. Yeah.
Yeah. And for those that are still surviving and just hanging on, Darren, what are you telling those small businesses now to prepare between now and September, the end of September, when all of this is all going to come to an end?
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of talk about the fact that there will be additional government assistance, so it's not all doom and gloom. I think the JobKeeper will be reviewed and potentially extended beyond September for either certain industries or certain geographic regions, or both, or even the general business public. We don't know, but there seems to be an awful lot of concern about the fact that a lot of these programs will all cease on the one date, which is just going to be catastrophic. So probably the key takeaway would be that businesses need to be mindful of their cash flow. It's a lifeblood of the business, always has been important, but even more important these days. Just make deals with your clients, with your customers, with your landlord, with the tax office. Do that now. Don't wait till September. It's going to be too late. You're best to be doing these things right now, and maybe even look at diversifying your business. I've got some clients that have perhaps never considered an online type facility or option for their business, but they can remodel their business, relaunch it, offer an online option for their products or services. So I think, in some ways, it's forced businesses to reconsider their current trading position, how they want to do the business in the future, and probably some of their competitors won't be there in any case. So a great opportunity in some ways for businesses that go about the right way to actually exit this and be successful.
Thanks, Darren. Well, thank you, Martin, Darren and Peter, for joining us today. I hope everybody has got a lot out of today's webinar. And I'd just like you to remember that Marg, Lange Change Agency, we're here to relaunch you. If you're a startup, we can help you do that. And as you can see, I've got all the expertise in my CAT team. And if you're wondering what a CAT team is, it's a change agency team. We're here to establish positive change in a pandemic, in a crisis, and to ensure that you can launch or relaunch safely. So thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Marg.